Saquon Barkley has crushed it this season. The Philadelphia running back continues to break big runs, as he has had 3 touchdown runs of 60 or more yards in the playoffs. Can Barkley continue to break these explosive plays and lead Philadelphia to a Super Bowl win over Kansas City? Let's update previous work that suggested a large random component in explosive plays. In a pivotal study, Bill Connolly looked at both success rate and explosive plays in college football. For an offense, a play is a success if it gains the following fraction of yards towards the next first down: 50% on first down, 70% on second down, and obviously 100% on third and fourth down. This is the benchmark metric that I use to evaluate both pro and college football. To isolate explosiveness, he looked at explosiveness only on successful plays. We don't care about plays that get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. They never had a chance. We want to isolate how big a play gets once it has reached some threshold for success. For college football teams, Bill found success rate to be very predictive and isolated explosiveness to be almost completely random. He concluded that the best way to generate explosive plays was to have more successful plays and to get fortunate to break a few. If this holds for the NFL, it's a problem for Philadelphia. This season, Saquon Barkley has had a 42.5% rushing success rate. That's lower than the 43.5% NFL average. Let's perform Bill's study on rushing in the NFL by looking at yards per carry on successful plays. And we won't do this on the team level, we'll do it for individual players. I looked at the past 5 seasons of data, and I found an R-squared value of 0.12. We'll get into what exactly that means in a sec, but if you're not familiar with regression, least squares, and R-squared values, I actually have a visual primer on my site. It's one of the best things I've done at the Power Rank. You can check that out at thepowerrank.biz. That is a URL that'll take you to my visual explanation of regression and R-squared values. In terms of predictability, an R-squared value of 0.12 sits in an intermediate zone. Success rate for NFL rushers has a very solid R-squared value of 0.25. Isolated explosiveness for college football teams was at 0.015, and that just means that randomness plays a huge role in big plays at that level. In the NFL run game, there is some signal in isolated explosiveness. This season, Saquon Barkley had 11.9 yards per carry on successful plays. That is much better than the NFL average of 8.5. He is more likely to break a big run than Kansas City's Kareem Hunt, who had 6.1 yards per carry on successful plays. Look, I know this is stating the obvious. It's much more fun when numbers reveal the hidden truth in football. But let me end with this. Saquon Barkley has always been a boom or bust running back. Over the past 3 seasons, he has always been worse than NFL average by success rate, but better than average in explosiveness. This not only happened with Philadelphia this season, but also with the New York Giants the past 2 seasons. I had thought about Barkley under 109.5 rushing yards. However, after finding some signal in explosive plays for NFL players, I no longer have any interest. My name is Ed Fang, your host for the Football Analytics Show. Thank you for listening to this episode on the eve of the Super Bowl between Kansas City and Philadelphia. This podcast is brought to you by the Power Ranks Sports Betting Newsletter. Looking for some action on any given weekend? This is the free service for you, as 5 Nugget Saturday is my curated list of tips and analytics. To sign up for free, go to thepowerrank.com. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you again soon.